Eccoci, siamo in live con Genshin Impact in questa live extra perché mi sono accorto comunque di alcune cose. Sono riuscito a ritagliarmi un po' di tempo e ho notato alcune cose. Io adesso, com'è la situazione dei personaggi? Ho Sayu al 40, Xiangling al 60, Yanfei al 60 e Raiden al 40. Perché loro sono al 40? Sì, qui intanto c'è il gatto che ha deciso di farmi compagnia. Ciao gatto! Dicevo. E perché loro sono al 40 e gli altri al 60? Dice, fai salire pure un po' loro, falli salire insieme. Magari potessi. Vado a vedere cosa serve qui. Questo. Manifestazione del tuono. Belle. Ci si può ancora arrivare? No, aspettate, magari uno dove si vede meglio la cosa. Aspettate, non c'ho meglio che riusciamo a beccare. Per esempio, lei si prende questo è qua, il nucleo del Mangukenki. Bello il Mangukenki, dove si trova? Testa del serpente in Azuma. E in Azuma ancora non ci sono arrivato, quindi direi di andare avanti con le missioni, visto che l'altra volta abbiamo visto che non c'è altro modo per arrivarci, o almeno io ci ho provato, ho visto che più o meno dovrebbe essere qui, da qualche parte, no, non era qui, sì era qui, ma io ho provato ad andare qui, partendo dall'isola con Keia, con il ghiaccio, fulminato proprio all'istante appena siamo arrivati circa a metà strada, quindi niente raga, mi sa che... Attenzione, scusami, prima che me la perdo, scusate. C'è una missione secondaria qui da qualche parte. Ecco là. Ok, poi questa me la faccio in privé. Ciao gatto. Ok, sì, va bene. No, ritornando a noi. No. Tesoro di Xiangli. Andiamo. Cose adesso.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so.
Ok.
Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
Non proprio.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang.
Hey, there's even a storyteller here!
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place... But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in the clouds, a palace in the mist. What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's Imagine, the weather is clear, and you behold the glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out far and wide. They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her three closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted three to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, Traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it.
Ok.
These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you a fragment.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's Huh. Paimon
At last I have found you. You who returned from...
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millilith, nor am I here to claim... However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yue High Pavilion. Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Qixing.
Ningguang sent you? We were...
My apologies, you who have returned from Jieyun Karst. I am duty-bound, but I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you in her... She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite him to come here. I wish to meet him. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
Io comunque vorrei far vedere come sta messo il gatto.
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just disappeared.
No, non si vede. Sta appollaiato sul bracciolo della sedia. Ma sei un gatto o un pappagallo tu? Sei una gallina, cosa sei? Mi sta guardando schifissimo, non conosco di. Comunque, scusate.
But we've received an invitation from the Liyue Qixing. Paimon still can't believe it. We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We
An invitation to visit the... You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber, meet me at...
Don't worry, we won't forget. Dihua Marsh.
Oh, livello 33. Puoi trasportare più di 5 alla volta. Il condensare può essere sempre per evitare alberi per i fiori. Secondo me gli alberi fiori sono messi nei giorni. È in grado di purificare sostanze stupende. Ok. Qui invece che roba è questo? Lei usa gli attacchi elementari generali di energia necessaria alla trasmutazione. Ok. Tra l'altro abbiamo ottenuto il viaggiatore, però adesso che... Ok, non è... A parte, ma che ci frega. Che ci frega dell'utile. Non lo useremo tipo mai. Però la ricompensa intanto sarà nappia. Oppure no? Non c'è. Era scomparso il teletrasporto. Così a caso.
Ad Astra.
Ok. Tanta robetta carina. Che è questo? Ah, ok. Interessante. E al 35 c'è... Ok, l'aumento del livello del mondo. Va bene, va bene. Perfetto, perfetto. Ora, dove si va? Mm. Devo andare là in cima, eh?
Shine down!
No, aiuto. No, non cadere giù, ti prego. No, madonna, madonna, ah. Ma metti dei calzini antiscivolo però, per Dio. Oh, scusate. È complicatissimo, come sbagli un pixel è finita. E porca miseria. Impossibile salire su sta cosa. Oh. Ma scivola, lei scivola. Niente. Proviamo a passare da qua.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the... Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its... Let's look around. There has to be a way up...
Certo, Paimon, come al solito sei inutile. No, madonna.
Hey, look! There's some... Since this is
ma
the
io
right
qui l'avevo
place,
già
it must
visto
have something
questo.
to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be...
Immagino che... Dove sta? Fammi prendere le cose nello scrigno.
It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go... Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was... Alright, let's... Oh. It looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? Oh, right. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong
No.
Ballista to see if there's
Che
another way
vuoi?
up nearby.
Basta. Oh. Scusate, gatto molesto. No, sì, sei molesta, basta. Allora,
Looks kind of cozy in here. Nap time.
niente, solo qualche monetina. Un attimo. Prendo anche la copertina che...
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Ok, vai. Anno. E volavo, volavo, felice volavo nel sole ed ancora più su. E giù. Ah no, cioè erano i 1000 liti quelli. Scusate. Pensavo che erano nemici.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. We're invited guests. What makes... No. Wait. Maybe she pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but...
Paimon.
Now Paimon's mad.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious...
Well, here they come.
Ma davvero li devo combattere? Ma poracci!
There is no escape. Boom!
To arms! Attack!
Incinerate! Boom boom!
Darli pizza.
Motion to compel!
Sono altri tre, stanno tutti lassù in cima, porca vacca.
Take the target alive!
Shine down!
No, io non ho usato e poi devo ritornare di nuovo perché sono dei mongoli. Tutti? Ancora qualcuno? No, ma io devo su basta.
Who goes there? Take the target alive!
Vaffanbene. No, aspetta un attimo che torno su, aspetta, va buono.
Attack!
Boom boom!
No, ti prego, torna qui in cadere. Prendi le scale, sì.
Incinerate! Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designed...
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue.
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guest.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, these Millilith are just here to guard the scene.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never...
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery.
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have...
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly...
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want...
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance.
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got a point. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone. And either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti... Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call... How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue... I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended... You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor.
Favor? But... Wait! That's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture!
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing... Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super... Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to... Let's go gather ingredients! Time waits...
Ma che bordi? Paimon, porca miseria. Fate un po' di bim bada bam, bada boom, ma che... Paimon, ti odio.
Rain! Oh, Lord of Geo, please do us a...
This weather is wild. Best thing to do is dive under the covers where it's dark and snug and warm. Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Boom boom!
Is it just Paimon? Huh? Did you hear that? It's seemed like it came from the... Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure...
Qualche ingrediente.
Illusion ship! Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd...
Aw, it was nothing. No need to...
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name...
Wait a moment. Actually...
Oh? And what might that...
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the... Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon sugar frosted slime now...
Ma dacci qualcosa di carino dal negozio d'antiquariato invece di dargli sto coso melmoso dolce. Mi sto facendo sulla scatola, ovviamente. Vabbè.
This weather's got me in the mood for reciting some laws.
Ma quante missioni ci stanno qua? E da quando? Qui ci penso io. Caccia la scatola.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you, but many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
Yep. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow...
Sure, please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, it's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now, into the box.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these two freshly picked...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box...
Vabbè. Tra l'altro come sto messo per fare i desideri? Ok, sto messo così. Ha troppo gente e basta, non servirebbe, vabbè. Ma come la raggiungo? Cerca la guida della dimora. Ok, sarà qui. Ah, era il barbatrucco allora.
According to Kuching, this is. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Che cazzo stai?
Yes. How many?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess, but for the Yuheng. What's going...
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a...
Oh, for me. You have my thanks.
Oh,
I'm glad you like it too.
Sul dono, perché è meglio lasciarlo perdere quello.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may... I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared... At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon, and one day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grandmaster of... As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out.
what?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to one...
Wait, was
Just everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista...
you weren't peeking on us...
I fear that peeking would have been a little... Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti.
Ok. Questo con questi artigli mi ispiri poca fiducia tu, eh? Cioè, notate. Guardate che artigli che c'ha, porca miseria.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of... Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liu. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely get... Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back. To play the spider while our foe...
Who's this enemy you're talking...
What do you think, Traveler?
È lui.
Huh? What are you two talking?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
A lui chi? Eccolo. Ma sì, è lui, sì. Esplosivo pazzello. Tipo dal volo.
I need a more physically demanding job.
Make my escape. Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have but the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more...
Questa è un bel quesito in realtà. Le divinità non ci hanno dato una buona impressione,
You'd pick... I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messages, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been... I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understand. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that...
It's all right. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that! One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices! Just imagine! How much more? Let's grab one! The biggest one!
Ma se prendessi... Io gli frego tutti i libri, gli frego pure il posto.
Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be Sigil of permission, something. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of... But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon... Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Oh, well, should we... Oh, so you're saying... That's way out of Paimon's league. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these...
Quindi abbiamo una nuova missione. No, vabbè, ok. Ah no, dobbiamo proprio andare lì.
Make my escape. Lady Ningguang looks stunning today.
Più gente che pulisce che gente che fa altro, insomma, lavora, studia, poi puliscono, lavorano ovunque. Dove si trova? Ah, vabbè, non ancora troppo lontano. Non c'è gente molto amichevole lì, vedo.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper.
Vai.
And they look really mad at us too.
Sbagliato.
You're not going anywhere! Frozen. It's no problem.
Shine down! Illusion shattered! Boom!
Detoxifying heat! You need to hurry up!
Shine down!
This was well done!
Inazuma shines eternal!
It's an unfortunate fault!
Illusion! Motion to compel!
Wonderful! My work. Finished.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows! But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of... Oh, that's right! Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel... Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission and being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, and the plot thickens! We'll need... Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We got the last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go!
Ok, stanno attingendo a cose potenti. No. Sono animato. Sì. Va bene là. No, no, non ci fanno arrivare qua giù, te prego. Ok. Zongli.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive.
Indeed. It's second to none. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless...
Oh. So you also met with...
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the
No, indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever...
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning, you...
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today...
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of... Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
So how good is your singing? Really?
Aspetta.
Why doesn't...
We'll only know once he's...
Cioè, davvero devo cantare. Il grande guerriero, il viaggiatore... Che devo fare? Canto. Va bene.
Make my escape. It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
These flowers are jumping! They look really angry! Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Incinerate!
Ma tanto così male che mostri non me lo attaccava.
Motion to compel!
Those weren't glaze lilies! Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people!
This little monster is known as a wop. Strange. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly...
Well, that's nice and all, but will...
Unfortunately...
That's so...
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze?
Oh, hey! It's... What?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still... Ah! That reminds me. How was your visit to the...
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really...
Something seems... She's acting different from the first time we met.
Well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block...
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have...
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But yes, now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
Quindi è un Archon?
Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than... This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago.
So what do you think of this?
Huh?
Quindi veramente ho un dio in
This is a little sudden.
Mi piace sempre di più Raiden.
As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself.
We did.
Oh, so did you see...
Indeed, I did. I know this...
Wow, so you really know your...
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance, if you would excuse me...
And that just about does. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks. In more...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business.
I've had enough beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small... So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past...
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Un attimo, prendo il caricatore. Sto scaricando il controller. Opla. Ok. E io più che altro stavo vedendo una cosa. E la gita degli avventurieri è anche qui, ma quindi... Giusto una curiosità, perché io posso fare delle spedizioni. Penso siano condivise, cioè se le faccio da una parte e le faccio dall'altra, non cambia niente, ma... Ed è qua. Ah, posso teletrasportarmi... No, non è vero. Devo teletrasportare... Cioè, non voglio teletrasportare, io... No, volevo mettere... Vabbè. Non potrebbe essere qua. Il marker qua sopra.
Ad Astra.
Ah, ma questo già l'avevamo fatto, ok. Ok, no, niente. Ah, scusate.
Ad Astra.
Ok, si sono condivisi. Perfetto. Dicevamo. Però che belle le musiche. Porca miseria, cioè sono proprio rilassanti.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith.
Felix.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng funeral. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times.
Desperate time?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are...
And what now? How is it that the Fatu...
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatu... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able... Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an...
Having connections with the Fatui... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Seguimi. Capa su tutta sta strada. E andiamo. Era da qui? No, infatti era di qua. Tocca seguire la strada. Ricade della vita. Prendiamo il tempo.
And away I go! Make my escape. Make my escape. Make my escape.
Ah, così? Ok. Dai che voglio arrivare in Azuma 11.
Wow! This is the golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even there? This is where all of Tadatsumora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap! But even if we can't take any, we can, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guard. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to go make sure that...
Buono questa cosa. E non posso curare i Manfei ancora.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still link?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived in Liyue? If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot... Stopping the Mora mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble.
You could... When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you... Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
It's
Shine down! Now you shall perish! Ha!
No. Che qua?
Cowering already?
Insolent! Illusion shattered!
You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously. Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, Show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger!
Shine down!
Got you. No use hiding back there! I'll crush you!
Can't touch me!
Ammazzi danni, infiniti.
Nice and spicy!
All you do is run!
E smettila di muovere così tanto.
Nice and spicy!
This!
My fault for being so lazy.
No, sbaglio troppo.
Out of the frying pan!
Raging tide! Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Ah, li ha usati tutti e due i poteri. Vedo che pure il dentro, ma che storia. Dramma no.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Non è vero. Io non so la posizione togliere questo. No, c'è un'altra fase, mo. Non mi avrò mai. A meno che non mi rigenerano viti, io sono morto ormai. E fammi leggere.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you!
Come l'affronto io? Sono morto.
You got the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Fatemi curare un pochetto qualcuno perché sennò qui alla fine.
Shine down! Illusion shattered!
Hey, yeah! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Really?
Shine down! There is no escape! escape!
Die here.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back.
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis. No matter.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be—
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers. As such, we must now look to our
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must—
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's—
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon in the Archon War, and who has if such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How could—
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of— Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been—
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principle. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, did we make it in time? Is the
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon—
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we—
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how did— Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex—
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The fort, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that? So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered—
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is—
What? But all of you were supposed to—
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qi did once research the matter of the Gui, and as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little
I suppose this is one so be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
Ma a me mi date una più per recuperare la vita, però.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Capito. Vengo qua.
Incinerate! Illusion shot!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Back into it!
Shine down!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time of Julian Karst! Wow, it's a Madam Pink shockwave! This green is really strong!
Down to oblivion!
My work finished.
Nice and spike! Boom boom!
This isn't good.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
The merrier! Boom! Incinerate! Boom!
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
There you are. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered.
After frying pan, into the fire!
Let me amuse myself.
My work done. Finished.
Nice and spiky! Incinerate!
There is no escape.
Inadmissible evidence! The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Massima potenza. No, hanno fatto l'errore. Hanno incrocio di flussi. Questo caso invece è stato buono.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this? understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has the effects of the sigil of permission. It will be some time before the overlord of the Vord.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't...
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a business. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each—
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue and—
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such—
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared—
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlet.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know—
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the Illuminate.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us!
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what the country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer, although their blood is weak, there is still strength. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have... Fair enough. Away we...
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power?
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but our child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure... But we were able to handle the Overlord of... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the... Paimon doesn't... get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Facciamo prima magari qui. Ma questa che sta passato nel vuoto, ma complimenti signorina, lei è bravissima. Ok, dai.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshan Funeral Park...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank... Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting... We had better go and make sure...
No, but...
Make my escape.
La banca si trova qui, no?
And away I go!
Era su... ma tu dove? Qua. Era qui. Vabbè.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides,
Aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bard? Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hot.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have missed. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, the real deceivers here are Senora and so actually, I think—
Stop wasting time, child. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
Ha preso Zhongli.
That which thou seekest.
No, Zhongli, perché eri un simpatico rimbambito.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you— No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but—
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon fall—
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind—
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that, as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I stood motionless among the crowds.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age. So I feigned my own death. Indeed I was. That's right. Which is why I continued.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear—
Of course. And it would have been all too— Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with—
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. To come to the defense of— They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left—
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that—
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside— If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue, would never—
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand—
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and—
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sure—
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! But, as Zhongli always told us, a good trade...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made... My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the... Uncover that answer for yourself in your future.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be... a real shame not to go there now.
Madonna. Ok, calma. Qua, hopla, hopla là.
You know that god from...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heel...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this...
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's...
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting... So Rex Lapis is... Oh, come on. Do you think there's only one real possibility in my mind? I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui...
Fatui? They certainly are very...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
In lingua originale li chiamano i Fatui. Il millelite. Il mielite.
Hear ye all! The Qixing's word. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and adepti live glorious lives. But rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex, having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's... Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement... So that... something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to... Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? Did Zhongli tell them in secret? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while.
Quindi ha detto.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying...
As said previously, Rex Lapis's...
3,700 years of contracts.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But
the long, unending dream of our Archon...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything...
Huh? Is she looking?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the...
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price. You did...
Whoa!
Faccici andare in Azuma.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Sbaglio, è la prima volta che lo sentiamo parlare. credo sia la prima volta. Parla con le persone e sa... Ah beh, devo parlare con 3 persone a caso.
Perhaps.
And to think I'd put my best but it seems as if those... Well, that's fine. Suffer no ripe...
As for the mortal...
Ah, per chi se lo... Vabbè. Per chi se lo stesse chiedendo, vedendo... No, queste qua sopra. Ho fatto la quest, quella per le carte. Per il gioco di carte, quindi... Non è niente di... È un gioco alternativo, un minigame.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is and here you are looking all...
Why would I not feel more at ease? Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your...
You're right.
But why would Morax lack more?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the but since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But
Paimon thinks that we should make a move.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there?
It's because of visions.
Dai, fatemi andare in Azuma.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of... But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon...
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon...
They want to seize visions, but...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings.
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she is... The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of the... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this cloak.
missioni ci sono, ok. Penseremo poi. Da quante? No, ma non volevo leggere qui io, ma porca miseria. Sì, dai. Dai. Io ovviamente queste cose adesso le salto per non annoiarvi con cose secondarie, ma io poi me le vado a rileggere, non le perdo. E a proposito di questo, poi quando ho deciso alla fine che quando saremo più là con il gioco, faremo delle live di lettura. Delle live di lettura del bestiario, dei vari libri, quando ne avremo però di più e potremo avere delle letture complete, non primo e secondo capitolo e poi terzo e quarto dopo 3 live, cioè. Quindi faremo delle live di lettura. Ok. Denti autunnali, sentiero insidioso, la gru. Madonna quante cose, fermi tutti. Questa che è, queste ancora non le posso fare. Devo completare altre missioni. Ah, ok, questa l'avevo fatta prima la gru col vento. Andiamo da Catherine a Mostad. Aspetta, perché qui ce ne sono altre due. Aspetta un attimo. Oh, che bello! L'ho visto mentre si accendevano. Avrò il mio bel da fare off screen. Bene. Ok, e ce n'era un'altra. No, non mi mentire. Era un'altra qua, non me la davo prima. Qui che ah, ok, abbiamo. Ok, no. In abbondanza. Ok. Vabbè. Ok, andiamo su Mostad. Mi devi dire, è strana la gilda degli avventurieri, mi deve parlare. Cosa bizzarra. Catherine.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such...
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as...
Ah, yes. Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde...
Blonde. Dress is all funny. Wait! Do you mean... Does that stranger's face look...
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man.
Seriously? How did...
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I... Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're... After all, it is not uncommon for some adventurers to not want to be limited by the guild, and should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, You would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like that. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bard. Well, as he stands guard at the city gate, I wish you every success.
Sa chi è? Dai Slave. Ok, va bene, no, però non adesso. Un po' se da quest'altra parte della città ci stanno altre quest. Però forse no, però non è la missione.
Ad Astra at...
No, ok. Arrivederci. Ma io voglio andare in Azuma però. Va bene, allora ragazzi, facciamo così. Sono le 8. Noi adesso chiudiamo la live e ci rivediamo così, ho il tempo di mangiare e fra un'oretta ci rivediamo, quindi alle 9. Vediamo un po' a chi poter fare un ride prima di salutarci. C'è Sabaku. Facciamo un raid a Sabaku. Vai, aggiudicato il raid a Sabaku. No. Ok. Vai. Allora, ragazzi, io vi ringrazio di essere passati. Noi ci vediamo tra un'oretta. E niente. A dopo. Ciao.